What is going on, guys? It's Chris and we're back. This is Fish Tank Madness. Tonight is a product review. It is the Nicrew Automatic Gravel Cleaner. All the tanks are doing amazing here in the house, and the house plants are just taking off as per usual. Why? Because we're so passionate about all this stuff. So, and by the way, that empty space there in the rack is because an aquarium actually leaked on us, and we're going to be doing an experiment seeing if spray foam will seal the aquarium. So guys, here's the product, the Nicrew Automatic Gravel Cleaner. You could say this like 7 different ways. So essentially, this is almost like a wand-like gravel cleaner with a motor on it. And you might ask yourself, Chris, why do I want the Nicrew Automatic Gravel Cleaner when I have a manual gravel vac? And I have the answer for you. A gravel vac is pretty annoying as far as getting the siphon started, and sometimes you just have issues and you got to use a bucket. This claims that it's an all-in-one gravel cleaner, and it filters the water as it sucks it through and then gives you the clean. Alright, I'll admit that sounds a little complicated, but essentially what this does, it's a gravel vac with a motor built into it, and it claims that you don't have to use a bucket. You can just filter the water that's inside the tank, essentially. And there's a couple different ways you could utilize this, because I saw it as an opportunity as almost like a powered, motored gravel, or let me say this right, a motorized, powered water changer, essentially. When I first got this thing, I gotta say I was a little overstimulated because I have really bad ADHD, and it came with like 200 different parts, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm a guy of the basics. So this is what the thing looks like down to the basics. It's got a little switch here on the power cord, and it is a wand-like gravel vacuum looking thing with a motor on it with a little handle. So the main selling point to this gravel vacuum cleaner is that as you gravel vac the tank, it's also filtering it, and you don't have to use a bucket. And this is the little canister that fits on, that kind of like connects to the side of the wand. And essentially what you do is you put in a little filter pad inside this little canister, and it comes with different like sponges. You know, there's more kind of a fine one. See, this is kind of a more fine one. You could also put like polyfill in here, as long as it's 100% polyester. And then what you do is you close this up, and then in theory what you do is you put this on the side of it, and as it goes up through here, it comes out on the side of there and exits out that little filter canister. So I'll try to replicate how this thing works here in a sec. I just gotta disconnect this, and I will admit this portion of this setup didn't work very well for me, because what happens is, let me demonstrate this. As you go to filter your aquarium like such, what happens is you're gravel vacuuming the gravel, and it comes up through here in the intake, and it comes out of the canister right there. Except what happens is when the water comes out of the canister, let me explain this again. As I was saying, the water comes out of the canister and it blows everything everywhere. So then it kind of just like diminishes the whole idea of even gravel vacuuming, because if you've gravel vacuumed a bunch, you know that when you gravel vac, you almost need the tank really settled. So I gotta say, that didn't work very well. You know, Nicrew's an awesome company, but I will be clearly honest that didn't work very well. But then I started thinking, if I connected a hose to the side of this thing, this is essentially just like a super easy on-the-go water changer that has a pump built into it. And yes, I understand that the idea of using a motor to do water changes isn't that efficient, but if you have 50 aquariums like we do, and you're constantly having to like sit there and start a siphon, it's annoying, I'll be honest. So what we're gonna do here is just give this a try, because I'm pretty confident this is gonna be the new methodology, or like our method of water changing in place from now on moving forward. Because if we don't have to start siphons and deal with that and sucking on the end of the hose and getting clogs, like this might be what we're gonna use in the house with the 50 fish tanks changing water. So let's give this a try. And I'll plug it in right here to the outlet, and essentially it has a little switch here, and I turn it on, and we have the hose exiting into the drainage system in the house, as we just showed you. You could run the hose out a window, you could try to run it, chances are if it's over like 25 feet, this pump isn't gonna keep up. So but yeah, as you can see here, it's definitely cleaning the tank like better than I anticipated. So the whole idea of this being here's where the drainage is right there. I know it's sort of weird to have drainage pipes ran into your house, but you're forgetting that this house is going to be a fish store, and we have drainage pipes in almost every single room of the house. So I will tell you, the first method of doing the gravel vacuum with the kind of the filter canister, the polishing canister, that did not work great at all, and I would not advise that to be used in that manner. But using this thing in this way, I'm totally on board with. This is like my new favorite device in the house. And if it withstands the amount of gallons of tanks that we're going to be cleaning, I'm going to be so excited, and I'm going to owe Nicrew money because this thing will be a lifesaver. Look at this. We can come in and literally just spot clean all these tanks without starting siphons. And I can turn on and off the pump with just like the ease of a switch. It's that ridiculous. And if you're wondering what hose size I'm using, it's actually the same size hose that comes with most water changers, the aquarium water changer or the Python. So yeah guys, this product actually worked very well. My honest review on this is 10 stars, 10 out of 10 stars, because obviously the automatic gravels like section where it uses the little canister, that didn't work whatsoever. But the whole idea of it being an automatic gravel cleaner hooked up to a hose, I'm on board with that 100%, and extremely happy with this. My biggest questions are going to be, how does it withstand like sucking up snails? Because we kill a lot of Malaysian trumpet snails and just pond snails that get sucked into the gravel, and the question will be, how well does the pump hold up? Because that's going to be the real question. All right guys, without further ado, please hit the subscribe button, the like button. Let me know in the comment section, did you purchase this Nicrew Automatic gravel cleaner and you're watching this review and you're debating on it? If you're debating it, if you're thinking of using it without the hose, I wouldn't buy it. If you're thinking about using it with the hose, it's a great idea. Thanks guys, and thanks for checking out this video and my channel.